Hello, friendly peoples. Friendly peepers. Hello, friendly peepers. All my little peeper friends. Maybe we're all peepers. We're just peepers in a big world out there. How is everybody? All right, I'm gonna paint some paint samples. It's been an exciting day, exciting week. We've got some new colors. Hello, Patty. How are ya? How's your Friday? Friday. All right, so my goal today is to get my paint samples done so I can then take pictures, and then at 7 o'clock, these colors, I have 6 tonight, will go live on junkmonkeypaint.com, which will forward you to our Etsy. So who is ready for some new paint colors? It's kind of exciting to start to think that, you know what, weekly we could have like new colors to play with, to get excited with. And you guys know that I just started a brand new YouTube channel. It's called The Wildflower Journal. If you're following here on Facebook, just scroll back on the wall and you'll see it. But yeah, it's just called The Wildflower Journal. And every week I'm going to be filming all kinds of projects. And so it's going to be exciting because now, like this morning I sat down and I planned out some projects. Hey, Brenda, I'd like every video maybe to have 4 to 6 ideas of stuff that just, you know, inspires. Watch the video, get some ideas. There's going to be like some painting furniture. There's just going to be some crafty decor that you can do, seasonal, you know, just things that you can kind of sit down, feel good, make some really cute things, cozy things for your home. There's going to be some recipes, just some beautiful views, and a little bit of everything, right? I could be junk journaling, I could be making jewelry, but it's just all kinds of projects, just enjoying making things with your hands, and just sitting down and enjoying the magic of the moment. Marina's on here, Sharon's on here, so that is coming up. So I do enjoy the fact that in making paint again, I'm able to think ahead and be like, okay, what kind of project do I want to do this week ahead? Get something in my brain and go, okay, so I would love to have this kind of color. Now, for tonight's launch, last week, of course, we had 6 colors launch, our very first time ever. Hello, Nancy. Junk Punky. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. I need more. Junk Punky. Hello, papers. I need my blue Smurf juice. Give me electrolytes because I think I've sweat out all my brain cells. So tonight I told you, yesterday I told you I affectionately call this launch tonight Moss and Moonbeams. So in front of me here I have the labels. Before I actually start painting the paint sample colors, I figure I should show you the paper stuff, because once you start in paint, it gets all over you. I went to the gym with Matt this morning and I had my arm up and he's like, he pointed at my arm and I'm like, what? And I'm looking, it's like there's like a big line of paint because I was painting this thing back here black, and I leaned up against it. I'm like, whatever. It just gets everywhere. It is what it is, right? So we're going to do this stuff first so that I can show you the new colors tonight. So to have returned, the 2 colors that you know that have returned, and this is what my goal is now, is to paint the samples so then I can make the pictures, right? To put up online for the listing so you can see the color. So there's the Raven Wing, which is the OG black velvet that everybody knows. By the way, there's an OG color coming back. I'm going to show you. So this one, and then also back by popular demand, if you need more, is this lovely one. I got all kinds of sawdust here everywhere, is the Wild Iris. So those are the 2 that will be back at 7 o'clock tonight. Just the classic black and that. And so I don't need to do any more samples of those. Chris says, I can't wait to see the next batch of colors. I know, I'm excited. I'm having fun with it, you know, just kind of doing it, like I said, low key. Every week, we're just getting back into it, just making small batches and, you know, gauging interest, seeing if there's other people out there painting as well, or just feel the itch to get back into it. I'm sure with the coming up of the season, like we all feel it, you know, pretty soon the weather's going to turn, and I'm okay with that. And we'll sit inside and we'll look for things to do, you know. So I think this is the perfect time to kick off a new YouTube channel and, you know, do all the things. Stocking my shop. hunting for ideas for crafts and things like that, foraging for stuff that I can make into things. Anyway, it's gonna be great. By the way, I found these around, if you see me painting here in a second, and why there's all this sawdust here. So look at me, I'm always just trying to figure out what can I use? Who needs to go buy more wood, right? So in this building, in the closet, I found all this like pieces of, I guess it's got some sort of gray stain onto it. I don't know what that is, but on some, what would you call it? Flooring pieces, wood pieces, just raw pieces. So that's what I'm using for my samples. All right, let's go. Let's see here. Hey, Erna. All right. So these are labels for tonight's. All right, no looky, no peeky. So these are fun. So I designed these myself, cut them, apply them, all that stuff. Just to let you know that this is definitely a homegrown project here. So the first color coming out tonight. All right, so I'm gonna let you guess kind of color, whatever color. We're gonna do this like, you know, when you go to the like a doctor's office and they're like, I'm gonna show you a picture and you tell me what you see, and from there, you know, I'll judge you. So this is gonna be a one of those. So first one is called Moonbeam. You did, Tammy? Did everything come okay? This is the first time of them traveling, new containers traveling, so hoping everything went well. Mary's on here, Becca. So this color is called Moonbeam that I'm about to show you right here. Beautiful. Remember, this collection is called Moonbeams, or what did I say? Moss and Moonbeams. All right, the next one, and I'll show you the colors in person in a second. We're just getting the paper out of the way. The next one that's coming out here is one, and it is called Cottage Vine. You've never seen this one before. So this one's gonna be called Cottage Vine. Ooh, what color do you think when you think of vine, right? All right, here's an OG one. Who knows this name? Right here. This is in the batch. We made a batch of this week. The beautiful antique lace. Oh my gosh, guys. This color, I swear, just stayed for many moons in the Junk Monkey, the heat of the Junk Monkey paint making days. You guys love that color. I think you love it so much because it's not really like, it's an off-white, but there's not like a lot of yellow into it when we make it. So therefore it doesn't give a really, while it's creamy, it's not a weird, it's not a buttercreamish color. And we always walk that line with it just to keep it very neutral. And it's not too warm, it's not too cold, it's just right. All right, the next one right here is, of course, the Wild Iris, right? You saw that color. I've already got my swatch for that one, so you'll see that get relisted tonight. Here's another new one. Are you ready? Well, I told you it was called Moss and Moonbeams. So you know I had to do moss blanket. In my heart, it's mossy blanket. Oh, do you see the mushies, the mushrooms there and the moss? One of my favorite things is when you go into the forest and you see, you know, the fairy rings, you see the moss, you just can't help but touch it. It's just so beautiful and so dense. It is like a blanket. And so I was just really inspired this week to do a moss coloring one, like a moss color one. And I think the last one, this will be the 6th one, is another classic one, of course. I had to bring back some more black this week. So that's going to be the Raven Wing right here, which is the other OG, of course. It's just the classic black right here, Raven Wing. So those are the 6 colors. Now, do you want to see them in person? Because I've got 4 new ones and 2 that I carried over to this week, making 6 in total. So I'll show you the 4 new colors and the 6 all together. I just got to get this out of the area because you like the new paint, Julie. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm having a lot of fun too. It's bringing me joy. It really is. I love it. I was already out here painting this morning and painting this thing back here. And by the way, I was gonna go live. I'm painting swatches today so I can get my listings up. But then at 7 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time, I'm gonna go live as well because I wanna pick one of these colors. I'm looking at the mossy blanket. Actually, let's put that color on it right now. Just because it's like, I'm staring at it and we're making eye contact. So let's just paint a sample together. But I might paint I might paint a coffee table tonight. So if I go live at 7 o'clock, the shop closes. You did? Tammy says everything was perfect. Already painted a small project in Starflower. Such a beautiful blue. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is awesome. I also want to get a paint group going again. By the way, this is Mossy Blanket right here. Give it a minute because it's got to dry. There might be some reflection that you see, but as it dries, it will darken, okay? Like just a little bit. So we'll get that set up. This is going to be for the green. I already got it on my fingers. Of course I do. But I wanted to get a Facebook group going again. And now I have a Junk Monkey Paint Projects group, and I'm kind of deciding if I, honestly, in my brain, maybe you guys can help me figure it out. I was thinking about, now that I'm going to do, like I'm going to branch out and do a little more, just basically home projects, like things around the home, meaning it could be food, a great recipe, it could be anything. It could be something crafty, anything, just something in that vein. And so I was thinking about, should I start a new fresh group and just, you know, make it public and everybody in the community, because that's important to me. I want to have it so that everybody can post if you come across a good recipe, if you try a good recipe, a picture of a project that you did, anything like that that you want, whether it's earrings, whether it's, like I said, your junk journaling. And it's just kind of like a very eclectic, crafty page. So I was thinking about, I could either reopen my Junk Monkey Paint Projects group, or I could just make, honestly, a fresh one and go fresh. Tell me what your vote is, what you think I should do. So this is this one. So we'll give it a minute to set up here, but it is gorgeous. As I pull it back from the light, you can probably see it a little deeper. This is going to be so pretty when it sets up, and then I'm going to probably put a gold with it. I might paint a coffee table in this color. Go big or go home. All right, let's let that sit for a second and do its thing. The next color, all right, AntiGlace. We talked about her so much. Let's go ahead and get the sawdust off, you know, and do it. But yeah, just a page, a place that everybody can post what they're up to and see what other people are doing, because it's fun when you make something or you come up with a great idea, you know, especially going into fall. Sometimes, you know, you just want to see a good recipe that a friend is making and you want to have a place to share it or something like that. So I just feel like those places don't really exist a whole lot anymore. At least I have a hard time finding them. And so I'm gonna try to bring it back here into the season where it's just, you know, a community. Here is your AntiGlace, my friends. Can you see the AntiGlace? There she is. There's the AntiGlace. Now we sit and we let it darken up. So if I held this up to white, it's not white. Let me find something that's white here, close by. Are you white? I think you are. Just to kind of show as it sets up. Do you see? That's white, right? Like a white piece of paper. And this is the really pretty, creamy AntiGlace that everybody just adored. But again, without the buttercream, the yellowish kind of tones to it. And so it was always the perfect cream. She's so gorgeous. So that will return. And then let me do one of these little slabs as well. So what do you think? Are you happy to see the return of AntiGlace? So when you see my pictures on Etsy tonight, this is what's in the background. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Let that set up. Okay, next one, Moonbeam. Let's do a moonbeam right here. Yeah, we got a gorgeous moonbeam. What do you think? So it's not going to be your primary yellow. This one has orange into it. And so therefore, it's going to be a darker, gorgeous, glorious moonbeam. Picture of the moon. Let me think here. I don't really have anything. Like we used to have a sunshine yellow in the past, but it's not sunshine yellow. If you actually saw it, if I pull it back more, it's like a deeper, it's got orange into it. So it's yellow with orange and a little bit of red. And so therefore it just brings it to a really cool, you knew it, did you, Jeanette? This is gonna be so fun to put on a piece of furniture. Especially if you love colorful furniture. So I'm gonna let that set up and I can really show you the color as it deepens and it darkens. But she's gorgeous. Jeanette, how's your, was it your knee, your leg? Where you hurt it? Are you feeling any better? You're like a starfish. You're definitely going to regenerate. Moonbeam. She's pretty, right? Oh, I love it. Okay, we'll let this one set up as well. So we got Moonbeam, Antique Lace. We got Mossy Blanket. And the last one I'm going to show you, this is, like I said, the, think of like a forest collection, right? So this next one is called Cottage Vine. And you've also not seen that one before. And so when you think of a vine, like when I first came to Pennsylvania, I was amazed that you could go into the forest and you could find a tree and you could pull down a vine. Not only were there grapes growing, but you could find grapevine anywhere. So I'd always love like primitive, rustic, very cozy vibes. And, you know, you go to like an old general store of some sort and you could find grapevine wreaths pre-made and they're not cheap. And so when I moved to Pennsylvania and I would go into the forest, I'm like, grapevine with all those cute little curly cues, they just grow wild here. And Matt was like, yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got into a moment where what I was doing was I was having Matt, I'm like, you pull down the vines and I'll start wrapping them up. So he would pull them down and I would like go forward and we'd pull all this vine out and then wrap it up. Oh, we would string vines all over the yard. And he's like, what are you going to do with this? I'm like, trust me, it's going to be great. I had, by the end of it, grapevine wreaths made, which I made and I sold in my very first store. And I just hung them all over the wall and people just loved it. And then also, over my house, I put grapevine along the windows over the top. What's my Facebook saying? Add hand effects. I don't think I want to. Probably because I'm using my hands a lot. But yeah, over like the windows I put it when you walked up to the actual entranceway, I put it over my entrance door. And I made wreaths out of it. And so I did a lot of decorating with it. I loved it, right? Which color? Sagey, are you thinking for the, are you referring to the mossy one? It's like more, it's definitely more of a forest green. I'll show you in a second again. So this, oh, for the one coming up. No, you know what it is? So let me turn this off. So you have my screen. So you know what it is? Grapevine, if when you start looking at it, it's got this, it's green, but it's brown, right? So it's got this like, I don't know, ivy-ish kind of like woody root green to it. So this is a green as well, but it's a very grounded green, okay? Wish I could have called it grounded green, but this is gonna be your Cottage Vine. So it is a brown green. Believe it or not, over the last few weeks, I've had a few people say, are you gonna be bringing back a brown? And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You know, brown is not usually the top of color that I would think people would be interested in. And yes, I will, absolutely. Doing these week to week, we can experiment and do all kinds of different colors. But I wanted to do one, yeah, it's like grapevine. So it's like a, let me see, well, I'll pull it up. So it's more like a, what I would call like a drab green, you know what I mean? Like it's a brown green, you'll see it side by side. But it's a very, very muted, grounded, think root green, but it's brown into it. So as this sets up, you'll see it. You'll see what happens. Let me put these together here. I think I'm gonna paint over this guy here too. Oh no. I just got Cottage Vine into the AntiGlace. It's all over now. It's all over now. Let's see if I can fix that. yeah, do you see it back here? Like sometimes when I pull it away from the light, you can see it. Do you see it back there? So if I put that next to the mossy blanket, you can definitely see the difference, right? So one's gonna be more of a foresty, really mossy green, and one's gonna be more of the brown green. So if you're somebody who really loves earthy tones, that's gonna be gorgeous. And then, let me see if I can hold them together. Now that I managed to get green into here. Oh, Sonia. Let me see. Without ruining the color. We'll just paint more over the top of it, not try to blend it. Okay, perfect. There we go, AntiGlace, good as new. Who needs to know? So there's that one. So I'll hold these up again for you. And so I'm gonna pick a color to begin painting with tonight. So at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the colors, this batch of colors this week will go up live. By the way, my waxes will go up, full batch of Monkey Shine as well. Oh, look at that pretty green. So yeah, the metallic waxes are all back in stock. Everything will come live at 7. And 6 new batches of paints and the Monkey Shine. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I just realized I'm gonna have to pull out some wildflower if I want a giant one. And then we'll have this one here. And then we'll have the black, right? So yeah, these will be the colors tonight. This is my Moss and Moonbeams right here. Can you kind of see these colors as they set up a little bit darker? Fun. So yeah, so we're gonna have fun. These are gonna be the colors of all the furniture that I paint this week for the shop floor. Oh, that's good. Oh, has these colors set up. They're gonna be so nice, guys. They're already getting dry, like they're dry and darker here. So like if you look at this one around the edges, we painted this earlier. Need somebody to blow on it. It's gonna go like a little bit deeper color. It's gonna be gorgeous. So yeah, so we've got Cottage Vine, we got Mossy Blanket, Moonbeam, AntiGlace, Wild Iris, and then of course our Raven Wing. I see I got a little bit of the Cottage Vine over this one. Fix that. Very good. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now my job is to turn the fan on to let these dry. And then I'm gonna go take pictures and yeah, it'll be all up for 7, but I'll see you at 7 again as well, because once I get everything done, then I can play in a bucket of it. And I'm gonna pull out a piece, figure out what color. I might wanna do this one, like this one here just really has my attention right now. I love this fairy green, the Mossy Blanket. AntiGlace, I haven't painted with this one in a long time, so this one could be a good one too. And again, your AntiGlace is your off-white. For, if you don't know it, if you are not an OG Junk Monkey Banana Bunch member, you might not know this color, but this is the white and this is the off-white right here. So it's a really pretty classic color. All right, so what do you think? Do you have a favorite one that you love? That you positively love? I'm going to paint with them all this week. They're going to be gorgeous. I'll probably use my waxes with them for a lot of stuff, but like when you get into stuff like this with this beautiful moonbeam color, you put this on dark wood, oh my gosh, it's gonna, and then distress the edges just a little bit, it's going to be beautiful. All right, guys, well, I will see you at 7 o'clock tonight. We'll do a project together. My project now is to just get these all dried in place, take my pictures, put my labels on my jars, and get them ready. So I'm excited. All right, so that's what I'm planning this week. Hopefully you guys are having a great day, and you can tune in again a little bit later. See ya. Bye.